Let's take a look into the correct wiring and network setup for 70% of Talkie residential customers. First up, we have the black fiber wire going into the ONT. This wire comes from outside and brings the internet into your home. It's very important to make sure this wire is never unplugged from the ONT, otherwise, a Talkie technician will need to be dispatched to clean and reinstall it. Next, we have the ONT. This device is essentially the central hub for Talkie services at your house. There are different sizes of this device and different colors as well. However, we put this one in our example because it also includes phone capabilities. There's 4 lights on the ONT, which include voice, LAN, fiber, and power. A green voice light indicates your phone is working properly to our network. If you're experiencing issues with your phone while a green light is displayed on the ONT's voice light, you may have a faulty home phone or phone wire. A blank voice light indicates no home phone is currently connected or the ONT has not been programmed to use phone service. A green LAN light indicates the outbound port on the ONT and the inbound port on the router are working together properly. A blank or red light on the LAN indicator signifies a problem with the Ethernet wire, port on the ONT, or port on the router. The fiber light will always be lit up if the fiber cable is inserted. If it's green and/or flashing green, this indicates it is working properly. If it's red and/or blinks red, this indicates a problem with the fiber or ONT itself. The power indicator lights up green as long as power is adequately supplied to the ONT. The power indicator will be blank as well as all the other indicator lights blank. If power is not properly connected to the ONT. Now let's take a look at the phone. The phone in our example is a standard non-digital phone, so it works without having power connected to it. However, digital phones have a separate power plug required to work. The ONT provides the phone its connection as mentioned previously, but keep in mind while we have our own voicemail, call forwarding, etc. Your phone may have those same capabilities too, and this can cause problems. Check the manufacturer's documentation to confirm this and let us know if we need to turn off those services on our end if you have your own built-in ones. Next, and last up, we have the router. The router is responsible for traffic distribution and your Wi-Fi signals. A router is exactly as it sounds, it routes your internet traffic through it to assist the device connected to it with getting information where it needs to go. There are a few crucial things to keep in mind that must be in place for the router to work properly. Remember the Ethernet cable that hooks into the ONT mentioned earlier. Even though our routers have 4 ports, there's only one on the router that's an inbound port, and that is the port that is colored blue on the bottom left. To recap, the ONT's Ethernet cable should be plugged into the router's blue port. If inserted mistakenly into a yellow port, the router will not function, as yellow ports are only for outbound connections. Most of our routers have indicator lights on them that generally line up with information to tell you how it's working. Solid and green means it's working as intended, and if there is issue, it likely doesn't reside with the router. Yellow and/or flashing means the router recently received an update or change either to its programming or hardware configuration, and it's adjusting to the changes. Red and solid or red and flashing generally indicates that the router is misconfigured or not programmed. If the router is emitting no light, the on and off button in the back of it is set to the off position, or the router is unplugged from its power input point in the back of it, or its AC adapter that plugs into the wall is not plugged in. If you notice your router dropping a connection for a very brief period of time, this can be an indicator of a power issue within your home's electrical wiring. We hope this video helped to assist with better understanding your Talkie hardware. Contact us at sales@talkiefiber.com if you have questions.